I am so happy that you're here today because I am diving into that popular reality show Love is Blind, episode 9. Hi, I'm Dr. Pam, therapist and passionate couples counselor, and today's takeaway is that the secret to lasting relationships isn't actually love. It's how you navigate the messy, vulnerable, and imperfect moments together. I am diving into the question, what happens when trust is broken and a secret comes out?
I want this to be the way our story goes, or ends.
Ashley and Tyler's story shows us how someone responds to their secret being uncovered can reveal more about them than the secret itself. And should Ashley walk away or should she stay? And what happens when honesty turns into something harmful?
I feel like boiling pasta is like the most simple thing you could possibly
Right.
Hannah and Nick's dynamic raises the question, is it really honesty or is it shaming? I'll explore how shaming, even when disguised as honesty, not only breaks trust, but actually prevents you from getting what you truly want in a relationship. In analyzing Ashley and Tyler's conversation, I'm going to focus on a snippet of what we've been shown and connect it to deeper understanding about relationships.
I'm not sure this is like a resolution kind of conversation. Oh, let's hug and pretend like nothing happened. For me, this is not that. This is a big thing.
Ashley was wise to start off with, this is not going to be a resolution conversation, because trust was broken. She was hurt and she feels betrayed, and betrayal in relationships shakes the foundation of trust, often leaving one partner with unanswered questions and a deep need for reassurance. None of that can happen or be resolved in just one conversation.
I just don't understand how our superpower seems like it's not our superpower anymore. I feel like we had such great communication, and I don't understand how 2 weeks before our wedding you drop this kind of bomb. I'm replaying and thinking of every conversation we've had where this could have been brought up. And I'm thinking, why? This is something I should have known before agreeing to say yes.
If they truly have a superpower with communication, they can lean into that strength to navigate this challenge together. I think, though, what she means by saying that they have this superpower is that they were able to talk openly about everything, or so she was led to believe, which raises this question. Why wouldn't he share this with her?
The last thing I would lose is your trust. Especially 2 weeks before marriage, when I've been running around here screaming how we're getting married.
You've been running around here talking about how we're getting married, but you've also been running around saying how you want to have kids now. And it's like, whoa, how did you even talk about any of that? I just can't wrap my mind around it without even considering it your past at all.
Ashley's frustration comes from trying to understand why Tyler could openly discuss having kids with her, but keep such a huge secret of being a sperm donor for his friend. She needs repair from the betrayal and hurt. The takeaway here is this. When a big secret comes out, or any secret, the partner whose trust was broken needs to feel repair. That means the one that hurt you needs to acknowledge that they hurt you by keeping a secret, and let them know that their feelings are valid in an empathetic way. And I'm going to say a little bit more about that, because empathy is often confused in what it really means. And she's going to need reassurance about moving forward in the relationship. Repair isn't just about explaining why you kept the secret. It's about showing that you are committed to being transparent, moving forward, and rebuilding trust. You need to create space for the person that you hurt to heal and for the emotional safety between the two of you to grow again.
I'm not upset by you trying to help a couple have kids, but the issue comes in with me feeling like I was not getting the full picture of you. And once you're not given the full picture of something, it's hard to not question everything. Me being a single woman before this, to come in this scenario to fall in love with a guy who has 3 sperm donor babies, is a lot to absorb. And wedding is in like 2 weeks.
She is describing feeling shaken, and when something like this happens, it makes you question everything that you thought you knew about this person that you love, and it can shake you to the core. What's going to be so important here is how he responds. How someone responds to you when they hurt you is what is most important in whether you decide to stay or walk away.
I want to make it clear, like, what you're feeling is valid.
Mm-hmm.
And just sitting here, right here, I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm just asking for a chance. I would love to marry you. I do want a family with you. I would like you here. I know if you need your space, you got your space. I'll get you whatever you need to feel comfortable and safe.
I'm really glad that he's not responding defensively, but I do wish that he would have gone a little further rather than just saying your feelings are valid. When you take a moment to express what you imagine the other person might be feeling, it shows real empathy. And that's what's truly needed to begin healing. And let me say this, I said I wanted to say a little something about empathy. People often misunderstand what empathy really is. Empathy is not connecting with another person's experience. That's often the belief. Like, if you got divorced and another person got divorced, like, you think you know how the other person feels. But that is not empathy. I mean, it certainly can be a beginning of empathy, but real empathy comes from connecting with the emotion. So for example, with Tyler, if he has ever felt betrayed, and most of us have felt that at some point in our life, he can tap in and remember what that felt like. And he can use that and say something to her like, I know how painful this must feel to you to be betrayed, and I imagine that you are questioning everything about me and our relationship. He can then even go further and say that he will do whatever it takes to repair and rebuild their relationship. That is real empathy and reassurance that she likely needs.
We were very happy, but if we can't count on each other, what do we have, Tyler? It's like, what do we have? Love? Is love enough for a relationship or marriage? I don't know.
I really am sorry.
Didn't see this coming, like I didn't see this coming at all. And it's so crazy because I was so sure.
Love is never enough, unfortunately, to sustain a relationship. And that is one of the biggest myths that people believe. And I know that can be hard to hear. Love is so powerful, but it's just the start. Real connection comes from the effort both of you put in, the commitment to show up for each other, even when it's hard. It's about navigating challenges together, having the patience to grow, and be willing to face the uncomfortable truths about yourself and your partner. Relationships thrive on communication and understanding. I think understanding is one of the most important pieces of a successful relationship, and the work that you invest in each other. It's about choosing each other every day, even when things feel messy or uncertain, because that effort is what it takes to make it truly worth it. And I am not just saying that to you in a way that I'm saying it's easy. Believe me, I've been married over 30 years, and I know how hard it is to show up with all the messiness and the vulnerability and the work that it takes to be in a connected and growing relationship. Okay, that was a lot to process. I do want to share something so incredibly important with you that I see happen with couples, something they may not even realize is affecting their partner and ultimately their relationship. Let's watch.
What should I turn it to? Like just like medium, in between medium and high?
You
do you
just
think?
you just heat it to a boil.
Just tell me the temperature.
Heat to a boil. Do you know how to heat to a boil?
Yeah. I'm just trying
You're the one who told me you cook.
I do. And when I fill this up with water, you think like 3/4? Or like halfway? Halfway, right? I
feel like boiling pasta is like the most simple thing you could possibly do.
It's been a while. I could figure it out. I don't want to upset you. 3/4, right?
I've got it. Don't worry. You're good. Just take a seat. You know how to boil pasta, right?
I've done it once.
You've only boiled pasta once? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I love she says exactly what's on her mind.
Okay, let me start by validating Hannah. It is completely understandable that she doesn't want to be the one constantly reminding Nick to do household chores or teaching him how to cook. One of the biggest challenges in relationships is the lack of balance, particularly when it comes to dividing tasks and responsibilities. However, if Hannah's goal is for him to take initiative, shaming him, which is what she's doing, whether it's intentional or not, will only push him further away. And unfortunately, that is exactly what's happening here. Hannah often prides herself on being direct and being honest, and that's a great quality about a person. It helps you know where you stand with them, but no one wants to feel shamed, and that's what she's unintentionally doing. For example, when she grabs the pot from him, she's non-verbally communicating shame. Then she follows up with, "I feel like boiling pasta is the most simple thing," which is another form of shaming. Nick's response, "I don't want to upset you," shows that he feels the impact of her dissatisfaction and shaming, although he doesn't recognize it as shame. And even though he may not consciously realize it, he is experiencing both the act of being shamed and the feelings of shame. When Hannah reacts with, "Are you effing kidding me?" after he admits he's only boiled pasta once, it's yet another example of shaming.
Some of the things she says, it's like that kind of hits home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to shake off.
There is a critical difference between being direct and shaming someone, and shaming will only create disconnection. And while Nick says he likes her honesty, I'm sure he does not recognize or realize yet that her honesty comes with a big price, and that's a shaming tone. Shaming is never productive. It shuts down communication instead of encouraging growth. And you will never get what you want from your partner when you are shaming them. So not only does your partner benefit when you learn to communicate with them in a non-shaming way, but so do you, because you're more inclined to get what it is that you want and what you need and what you deserve. Okay, that's a wrap on episode 9. I can't wait for episode 10. So much has happened in episode 10, and I have so much that I want to share with you. And if you found today's tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might find some value or some benefit in it. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips to strengthen your relationship, and know that I deeply appreciate your support, and I hope that my content supports you in return, because I am so deeply committed to helping you get the connection that you want and you deserve. See you in the next video.